one thing I want to clarify, man, is this music thing, man. I mean, these rappers out here right now, bro. What gets me is this here. A lot of them right now, they only talk. It's like the only thing that they know that they can talk about is the things they got, how much money they can blow, and things like that. You dig? So I mean, this is why I wanna kind of highlight this here. All right, check this out. In most cases, now this is just my own example. Now, in most cases, what I normally do sometimes, you know, I take my truck, I drive around to go get jobs, do work, 'cause I keep my tools in there. You know what I'm saying? But when there come a time when I know I don't need to drive my truck for any reason, when I know I don't have to haul nothing, or I just don't have to do too much, but I can still get around the city, I got the energy. I can move around. I break my 4 wheels down to 2 and jump on my bike and keep it moving. You feel me? So why don't a lot of these rappers like to be able to promote that? Put that in their music, man. Jump off your 26s real quick, you dig, and jump off your 24s real quick, you dig, and jump on your other set of 26s and 24s and keep it moving. You know, I listen to a lot of music when I be working, and I'd be surprised at all the stuff that I be listening to when, as far as like listening to these guys talk about the hustle that they own, and hustling is all they know, and if it wasn't rap, they'd be taking penitentiary chances, but they never think about the other hustle. There's other ways of hustling other than just selling dope. You know, a lot of them guys don't glorify that. They like to be able to showcase the pimp game and showcase the dope game and all that there you did, but don't nobody like to capitalize on the hustle that I'm in on. You know what I'm saying? And that's just one of the many other hustles they got out here aside from selling dope. So I mean, like I said, I listen to a lot of music, man, and I listen to these guys, but you dig, and it tripped me out listening to the things they say, you know. It trips me out when they say that, you know what I'm saying, like, there's no other, I mean, they talk as if there's no other hustle but the dope game out here, you know what I'm saying, and that's wrong. It's wrong to be, you know what I'm saying, setting our brothers up for downfalls like that. I feel like the artists that's out here now, they have a lot of control over the music that they project to the people. Because a lot of them listen to them, regardless of them not wanting to be role models or nothing like that, but man, they gotta understand, man, they got kids that listen to their music, man. They listen to it and they feed off it, they grow off it, you know what I'm saying? They feel like that's the thing that's gonna carry them through life, you feel what I'm saying? So I mean, you know, they look up to that, you know what I'm saying? Just when they didn't got to the streets, they didn't pretty much disrespected their parents and don't want to go their way. So now the streets is basically into music every day. I listen to a lot of the same songs pretty much all the time, you dig? And it's redundant. I hear the same thing over and over, you dig? It's like, how much money I got, how much money you're blowing, what you're buying, what you got, things like that. There's far more things to talk about than just that, bro. I feel we need to get our music in tune to how we are supposed to live today. You feel what I'm saying? I mean, hey, it's good to glorify the things you got. I'm not saying it's wrong to be able to glorify the things you got and everything like that there, but it's time to promote something better alongside that. You know what I'm saying? Pull the truth out in its whole and part instead of just only giving partial. You feel what I'm saying? I mean, I listen to a lot of these rappers, man. I mean, like I said, I listen to music all the time. I listen to almost about the same songs all the time, you dig? And it's become redundant, you dig? Everybody say the same thing. Everybody's talking about trying to kill somebody, get the guns, and you know what I'm saying, and how much dope they stand, you know? So now it takes them to pretty much tell them, you know what I'm saying, like, look, man, you need to get out this here, you dig, and get into something else, you know? It takes the streets to do that, you know? I mean, mom and pop ain't gonna be able to do it now. Auntie, uncle ain't gonna be able to do it now. You know what I'm saying? It just don't work. So I listen to a lot of this music, and I'm telling you, man, a lot of these guys, man, they just sound redundant when it talks about, like, the only hustle they got out here is the dope game. You know what I'm saying? And that ain't cool. It ain't cool to, you know what I'm saying? It ain't cool to just relate that type of information. They got more out there than what's been led to think. You dig? And them guys ain't gonna tell it. None of them ain't gonna tell it. None of them is not gonna tell it. The hottest rappers out here right now is not gonna tell it. You dig? And like I said, man, a lot of guys talk about keep it real. Well, real is this here. Stop talking about sending brothers to penitentiary or trying to send brothers in the graveyard behind selling dope. That's keeping it real. Keeping it real is letting them know you dig that there's other hustles out there aside from selling dope. And that's real. Put that in every song. Put that in every song. Stop talking about, man, trying to go get your birds up and you know what I'm saying, and you know what I'm saying, go and buy this and got birds flying this day and you breaking down a pound and stuff like that, man. Come on, man, y'all gotta get off of that, man. You dig? That's gotta go, man. That's gotta stop, man. You dig? It's time to put this thing in a whole new direction, you dig, for our people, man, because we gotta survive. We have to survive, you dig? And you know what I'm saying? Without us making sure that we survive. How many women they got on the strip and everything like that, you dig? And I feel like, man, there is far more greater things to talk about than just that. Now, I for one, I got a history in music. I didn't tell you guys this here in the beginning, but I have a history in music. Hey, what's up, everybody? There was a rap song that I had said in my first episode that you really couldn't hear because there was a lot of wind distortion. But they had a few people that came up to me and they asked me what was that song saying because it sounded interesting, those that caught it. Well, just to let y'all know, it was the story of Moses that I put in a rap song. And it's kind of a unique song. I haven't heard nothing like it, but it kind of go a little something like this here. For those who caught it and didn't hear it, it goes. Let me tell y'all folks about a man named Moses, the one man who was golden. Next to the Father, he told him that he was to lead his people out of slavery, out of misery, or to a certain land that was chosen. Now, Moses was a man that was Hebrew, growing up in Egypt, cut off from all his people. And even though God used him, he still have to understand himself the same things that we do. He couldn't believe that he was talking to the God of Abraham, and that he was the only man to lead a multitude of people from many different tribes that would be divided in the promised land. The Lord told him everything he needed to know. Something on his way back to Egypt and announced to the Pharaoh that the same God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob stand out to time to let his people go. Now Moses is bold enough for showing up in the presence of the Pharaoh, but holding up the powers of the Father and the staff in his right hand, and guaranteed that he would show enough by the powers of God to make it possible to perform miracles in front of all Egypt, to make the Pharaoh change his mind, because that was the time by design that he got to let go of God's people. That's part one. Part two goes like this. Now Moses goes back to the Pharaoh, asking permission for the people to get ready to leave, and if he didn't proceed with the orders given by the Lord, they'd be stricken with a terrible disease. But the Pharaoh couldn't see somebody giving orders to a king. No, he wasn't going for it, and he sure wouldn't but to let nobody come up in Egypt saying something about some God saying letting slaves go. But what the Pharaoh didn't know is that the God of the children of Israel was in Moses 100%, that he would send massive waves of many different plagues to inflict all the Egyptians that living within. But the worst of them all was the Passover, had a mass killing of all of the firstborns of Egypt. The Pharaoh had to see it with his own eyes. When his son died, he said that Moses take these people. So Moses led them out of Egypt to the rim of the Red Sea, awaiting the most miraculous event when he stretched his hand over the waters, divided in two by the forces of a strong east wind, and he walked each and every single Israelite over to the other side. But the Pharaoh's army was rolling, many of his soldiers and horses. Moses gave the order for the waters to close over them. The people was amazed. They couldn't believe that what just happened. They couldn't believe that they were free and no longer captive. Moses was the man that the Lord had always promised them from the beginning to deliver them from out of bondage. There is more to his story that I didn't mention, but at least for you to go to the book, study and pay attention that Moses was a man just like anyone. He wasn't perfect, but was chosen to deliver us. You heard me? Man, a lot of these rappers, man, they got control of what they say, man. They have control to be able to do whatever. Like Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne. I like Lil Wayne, you dig? It's my homie, you dig? 504, you feel me? Gotta represent for Lil Weezy, you feel me? But, and the man said something in one of his songs, man, talking about, man, I'd rather be pushing flowers than to be in a pen sharing showers. You know, and here to do their time and right, man. I mean, you know what's a trip? These guys who rap artists right now is like they paint the wrong picture to a lot of these guys, man. And what they don't realize is the things that they say is powerful. The words they carry is strong. It's got a lot of strength to it. You feel what I'm saying? So a lot of times, a lot of them direct their energy to, yeah, man, Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne made this song, and it was a trip when he made this one little statement. He said, man, I would rather be pushing flowers than to be in a pen sharing showers. And here this dude ended up doing time at Rikers. He did time. He was sharing showers then. He had no choice. So, I mean, you know what I'm saying? These guys out here, man, you know, I'm not taking nothing from them, man, but I feel like all the mental genocide that's been pumped through our music today, it's got to stop. Because it's killing our people, man. It's killing our people, man. You know what I'm saying? You got these guys out here not ready to take chances, but on, you know what I'm saying, shooting it out with police like it ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? They'd rather go, you know what I'm saying, knock somebody off like it ain't nothing, you know? All because a lot of the music, man, that's out here, you dig? And these guys are weak-minded, man, to be able to fall for that trap, man, you dig? And, I mean, that's what it is. That's why they call it a trap. Because all you doing is falling in a trap, which traps your mind to be in a trap, you know? Yo, what's up, everybody out there?